Here we go, episode 48 uploaded and coming at you. We get a little bit closer to another great weekend of Derby and Oaks prep races, and we have a little bit of a wrinkle in the situation coming up here. Let's get started, all right? The big race coming up, going to kick off the opening day of the highly anticipated Keeneland Spring Meeting. Always so much fun in Lexington, Kentucky. One problem as they get ready for the Grade 1 $750,000 Ashland Stakes on Friday. They are expecting a boatload of rain. Like, seriously. Like, so much rain that they're even contemplating, like, they might reschedule maybe the Bluegrass on Saturday because the track's going to be just crazy and the weather and flooding and people might not even be able to get to the track. So there's a whole lot going on with that. But if they run the race on Friday, which I believe they might, here's what the field looks like. You have a field of 8 3-year-old fillies in there trying to get that 100 points for the winner. Lock in a spot there of the top 14 spots for 3-year-old fillies in the Kentucky Oaks. It's a field of 8, but look, man. Look Forward has zero reason to ship out from Southern California to go to Lexington, Kentucky, where the rain is horrible, there might be flooding, and the track might be in a bad spot. Plus, I don't think that this field is right for Look Forward. So the one horse to the inside most likely stays in Southern California, and that's my selection to win the Oaks. But for this, the Ashland should be an off track, set to go a mile and a 16th. Look Forward, I don't think it's going to be there, so we start to the inside. The red dash means I believe they provide a little bit of speed or pace. Lacara, yeah, has some speed for sure. Doesn't necessarily have to engage, but does have some quickness. Super Speed, the 3, I didn't put the check mark next to her, but she's got some speed as well as she made that transition from turf to the dirt last time out. She's a presser. I don't know if Joelle wants to engage, but they'll be close. The speed in here is supposed to be Muhima. And for whatever reason, last time out in the Honeybee, she did not engage, and she basically let 5G take her out of her game. And then Quiet Side took care of business. I believe that the 4 Muhima will get back out there on the front end, and she'll have company because the 5 running away is nothing but pure speed. Wesley Ward, speed. So that sets up things. And then you have the 2 outside runners, right? Amarth, I think, is intriguing. I don't think she's good enough, but she's got a really nice running style. Admit to the outside. I don't know what Jose Ortiz is going to do. I don't even know where she's going to be. She'll be in a tracking spot, and we'll see if she's good enough. I believe we've already seen that Take Charge Milady is good enough. Last time out, she had a horrible trip with Julien Leparoux. Leparoux is now off the mount. Brian Hernandez Jr. gets the pickup. For Kenny McPeak, they do very well together. I believe that Brian will put this filly in the perfect spot, and I think that she is going to get everything that she needs, including my thumbs up and my endorsement. I'm taking Take Charge Milady to win the Ashland, and hopefully we get, because she ran so bad last time out, we should get 7-2, maybe even 9-2. Maybe a little bit higher, but I think she's going to be right around there, and I'll take that all day long. Absolutely love that. So don't forget, there could be an off track, most likely an off track for that Ashland at Keeneland on Friday. Another race for the fillies. We go to New York. Also a little bit of wet weather coming in for Aqueduct, but I don't think it's going to be enough to affect the track conditions for the Grade 3 $200,000 Gazelle Stakes on Saturday. This one, a nice, interesting field of runners as well. Now here, I don't know if we have as much pace. In fact, the pace scenario is rather murky. Liam in the Dust is kind of the wild card filly in here because she does have a little bit of speed, but it's up to Joelle if they want to engage, right? Vanilla Sunday has speed. And she really only has that one way to go. Like, she's got to probably get out of there and try and get position. Late Night Call to the inside is interesting as well because she's got some speed. I mean, she's not fast. Like, if you look at her fractions, last time she went a mile and a 16th, 25-1 for the opening quarter, 51 for the half. That's not really that fast. So she wants to be forwardly placed, but we're not sure if she's quick enough. They're going to go a mile and an eighth here. That's where things get intriguing. Look, I would love to take Ballerina Duro in this race. She has a beautiful closing kick. I just don't know if she's going to get enough of a setup. As I mentioned, Vanilla Sunday's got some speed. Late night call might be forwardly placed, right? I don't know what they're going to do with Doria in here. She's probably going to be sitting off the pace as well. Pure beauty, no early speed, going to be sitting off the pace. And I mentioned I felt like Liam in the Dust has the ability to kind of stalk and press the pace. So we'll see where they line up. But the runner that, early on also has a really nice closing kick, but I don't think it's good enough. So it's De Lorraine. I'm going to go with the horse that the Hall of Famer Mike Smith's going to ride for Owen Hardy, because I think that she has the ability to sit in the perfect spot behind the leaders and then get the jump on the closers like Ballerino Duro and early on. And I just like Mike Smith, and I think it's an upgrade from Castagnone. I just think it's going to be in a good spot. And now fourth off the layoff for this filly, I like her. And I think we'll get some value. And I kind of think that's really what it's all about. So that'll be our situation. We're going to go with Mike Smith and De Lorraine in the Gazelle. That's coming up on Saturday from Aqueduct for those fillies trying to get points to get into the gate for the Oaks. Remember, it's top 14 point earners to get into the gate for the Oaks. All right, that's how we set you up for two big races for the Kentucky Oaks coming up this weekend. But here on this Wednesday, we got a little bonus for you. All right, what we're going to do is set you up with just two things to play today. That's all I'm going to do. Just two, I think they're kind of best bets to wrap up the card today at Tampa and at Parks. And here's what I mean. All right, so what we're going to do is take a look at this at Tampa, race number 10 on the card. It's non-winners of 2 lifetime going a route of ground on the turf. I really like the 5, Gulf Coast Girl. Once again, it's non-winners of 2 lifetime, so it's probably not the best situation to go with a closer because they haven't been able to get to the winner's circle since breaking the maiden. But I love the closing speed of 96. I love the fact that she's always closing. I love what Mike Deeney does. So Gulf Coast Girl should have just enough pace to run out there in that race. And I think she gets the money. And I think it's going to be a decent price when it's all said and done. You see, what? 5-6 to 1 there on the morning line for Gulf Coast Girl. Then we go to Parks. Their final race is race number 11. We like the 3. Vinsanto, morning line 5 to 1. Another non-winners of 2 lifetime. What I like is the versatility. So they pressed the pace there 2 starts back, and they couldn't hang. So then they kind of went to sitting off the pace after that. And it was the same performance. I think in today's race on Wednesday, there's a tiny bit of speed as a horse by the name of Surfboard, who will probably try and get the lead. But there's also a horse all the way to the outside that's got a little sprinter speed that might engage, and that's all Vinsanto needs. And I think we'll get value. We'll get our 9 to 2, maybe even 5 to 1. And that's how we keep it simple, right? 2 best bet win wagers on Wednesday, and that's it. And that's it. Try to get that money, build the bankroll, enhance the confidence as we get closer and closer. Remember, Friday, things kick off there at Keeneland. It's going to be wet weather, but they should still probably run the ASHLAND there, and then we'll see what they're going to do as we get set to talk about the Bluegrass. We'll talk about that coming up on Thursday. Get you set for the big weekend. And I love the cards, so we'll have some Pick 5 tickets coming up on Friday to get you ready for Saturday's cards across the country. All right, that's how we do it. In the meantime, in between time, and until next time, I'm Ken Rudulph. We will see you then. All right, here on Horse Race Bets. Good luck and enjoy whatever you're into this week. And hey, seriously, go play those best bets. Go look at them right now.